What's going on?
From the Ice Castle Theater in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, Halloween on Ice, presented by Hancock Fabrics, and starring two-time Olympic medalist Nancy Kerrigan and some frightfully talented friends. Tanya Kwiatkowski, Hartshorn and Swiding, Joseph Sabovchek, Usava and Platov, Surya Bonalit, and Philippe Candelara.
Where are we?
We're here. A nightmare brings her here to this castle of ice. But is it a dream or a ghostly surprise? Who are these people? Why are they here? Read the book. Read the book and discover, my dear.
What is Halloween? What does it mean? Beware, gentle reader. Things are not what they seem. Equal parts nightmare and unspeakable things.
Halloween means monsters and horrified screams. There once was a time there was no Halloween. There wasn't a ghost or a ghoul to be seen. There wasn't a howl or a hiss of black cats. There wasn't a pumpkin, a ghoul, or a bat. Not a creak of a door, not a bump in the night. Not a scream, not a scare, not a freak, not a fright. Then the ghosts and the goblins sat up and said, "Hey, it's not fair that the living should have all holidays. They have Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving too. We've no reason to scare, no cause to say boo." And on that fateful day, on the last of October, they vowed that the living would wish this day over.
Stick around with us and have a scream!
Certainly it's just a spooky dream.
You've never had a nightmare quite like Halloween.
Welcome back to Halloween on Ice, starring Nancy Kerrigan, presented by Hancock Fabrics. Now, our host, Rosalind Sumners.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and ghouls. It's a chilly October evening here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where my friend Nancy Kerrigan seems to be in the throes of some sort of strange Halloween nightmare. This is the Ice Castle Theater at Fantasy Harbor, and tonight we're in store for some very exciting tricks and treats. Courtesy of Nancy's fevered imagination, we're going to see sides never seen before of some of today's brightest, most talented skating stars. Nancy, are you all right? What in there? Did you see? Nancy, I didn't see. What's the matter? You're scared. You're supposed to be.
What are you doing here?
Well, you're supposed to be skating. Skating's not that scary.
Oh, it is in there.
It is?
Come see.
Okay. All right, we'll all come see. Let's go check out this nightmare of Nancy's. Welcome back to Halloween on Ice. I'm here with three-time world silver medalist Surya Bonalit. Surya, you are known for your athleticism, your strength. Where does that come from?
I don't know. I guess I'm born with it. I don't know. Nothing. A lot of work, since my childhood. And I guess I keep working. when I have some time. When I'm not on tour, home, I try to work a lot, just keeping me in shape for the rest of the year.
And you were a gymnast when you were younger, yes?
Yeah, oh yeah, I've been on a team for a long time. I've been a tumbler for in French national team for many years, and now I'm just a skater.
Well, I'd love to have a few of your triples. And you were skating to Black Cat.
Yeah.
Let's watch Surya land on her feet.
Yeah.
All of the stars of Halloween on Ice put in long hours of rehearsal. But of course, it hasn't exactly been all work and no play. Nancy Kerrigan and Evgeny Platov hit the links on one of the hundreds of golf courses in the area. Anita Hartshorn and Frank Switing got together with French pals Surya Bonali and Philippe Candelaro for an afternoon of fun, sun, and silliness. On the beach, seeing the sights, and enjoying the chance to explore the Myrtle Beach area. All right, guys, back to work.
National silver medalist Tanya Kwiatkowski. Isn't this the best part? You get to be another character in skating.
Absolutely. I think it's really neat turning professional because you're able to act a little bit and play the different roles, which is something you get to explore a little bit more rather than in the amateur world where you have to do triples, tons of triples.
And marriage, wow. This is something new for you. It's changed your life? Changed your skating?
A little bit. I mean, it's obviously different, but I still have my career and he has his career, and it's worked out really great, and I have a lot of support from him, and I love it.
We can't wait to see you, Little Red Riding Hood, a character.
What would an ice spectacular be like without beautiful costumes? Ice shows are put together with carefully chosen music, exceptional skating talent, first-class choreography, exciting scenic and lighting, and creative costume design. Throughout her career, Nancy Kerrigan has had some of the most memorable costumes in skating history. For this year's version of Halloween on Ice, Nancy worked with Leslie Hamill Design to create the unique, wonderful costume featured in the Kiss of the Spider-Woman segment. For others in the cast, designers Charlotte Jones and Howard Wynn used a wide variety of materials from Hancock Fabrics to create special looks for every number in the show. Tanya Kwiatkowski's outfit for Little Red Riding Hood, Pretty Woman, emerged from conceptual sketch just weeks ago to glittering on-stage costume tonight. Even the Ice Castle Theater itself went through an extensive facelift for this year's Halloween on Ice production, including a spooky new paint job. And new drapes for the stage, also from the Hancock Fabrics collection. Finally, designs, fabrics, and cast all come together with spectacular costumes in a theater with just the right look to give the audience a Halloween on Ice to remember.
I had the lucky chance to skate in Nancy Kerrigan's Halloween on Ice before, and so I have a few questions for choreographer, world champion Randy Gardner. Randy, this show, what's so unique is the ensemble work. What is the challenge to that? What do you find interesting about ensemble work?
Well, you have a very diverse cast in Halloween on Ice. They're from all over the world. They're all different ages and all different backgrounds. So we put them all together. You know, in fact, we have Russians, we have Canadians, we have people from all over, and they come in with different skating backgrounds. And trying to putting it together is a challenge because you have to make it gel. And they've done a great job, these guys, and they all have their own personality, which we're seeing. And I try to let it shine through on all the different numbers, their own skating and their own creativeness.
Now that's your challenge. What is the challenge for the skaters? Most of them being single skaters, pair skaters. How different is it then to be part of an ensemble cast?
Well, they have to work hard at watching each other, making sure their unison is together. They have to work as a group, and they have to kind of, you know, shed their egos and become like someone else always, or like 10 other people. And they have to interpret the music the same way, which isn't easy. So it's a rehearsal process.
Well, we know you have a lot of work to do. I'm coming to the party.
You're invited.
Good, thanks. Have fun. Now we're going to see how Randy puts it all together. Two-time Olympic gold medalist Evgeny Platov. Hello. Very romantic. In fact, you and Maya skate with so much romance. Where does that come from?
I think, first of all, it's our style. And second, it's in our souls. So whatever we try to do, it should be romantic. Because look at all dances in all countries, Spanish, Russian, any country, should be romance in a dance. So, and we're trying to do this.
Well, it's definitely working. Will you show us a little moon dance tonight?
Absolutely. It will be my pleasure.
My pleasure. Well, I'm hanging out here in the pumpkin patch with one of my favorite skaters, Olympic bronze medalist Joseph Sabovchik. Okay, Joseph, you have a very unique style and look on the ice. Obviously, your music selections are very different. Does your music dictate your style, or would you say it's the other way around?
Well, I think it kind of works both ways. My musical choices basically reflect of who I really am, and you know, I skate to stuff that I actually listen to, and that kind of helps me stay honest on the ice.
You are working with a band, Trans-Siberian Orchestra,
Right.
and they want you to sing? Explain this. This is great.
Well, I mean, they became friends of mine, and Paul O'Neill, who basically Trans-Siberian Orchestra is his brainchild, he wrote this album called Beethoven's Last Night, which we're working on actually doing on the ice, which would be absolutely wonderful. But they wrote a song called Different Wings. Basically, it's for Blade. And they asked me if I would sing it. So, I mean, that's an opportunity you'll never turn down.
And Blade is your son. How has marriage and fatherhood, has it changed your approach to being on the ice?
Well, it's changed my life completely. My you know, your priorities completely change. And, yeah, so, I mean, I like to spend more time at home now because you miss so much when he's growing up. Now he's got soccer games and he's skating, you know, so I like to be there and see it all.
In this show, you're skating to Diary of a Madman. Can you explain that for us?
Well, I mean, it's an Ozzy Osbourne song, and it's basically I get to act as a madman, which is kind of cool. And the only time I get to do that is at a time like this. And so we'll see how it turns out.
Well, let's go watch Joseph be a madman. Welcome back to Halloween on Ice, presented by Hancock Fabrics. I'm here with Anita Hartshorn and Frank Swiding. Your choreography in skating is very daring, very innovative. Now you're out there with candles and fog and masks and capes. How do you make that work?
Well, we try to introduce each thing one at a time. So we'll work with the masks first, then move on to the fog, and so on. We know that we wanted to do a lot of different things here because we have a great theatrical setting at the Ice Castle Theater here in Myrtle Beach.
And where does the idea for the props come from?
The music dictates exactly what we want to do, and the only thing we have to be careful of when we use masks, because we've used them before, that because the mask takes away your peripheral vision, when you're a pair skater, you have a tendency to look at your partner, see him in the bottom of your peripheral vision as you go up for a lift. And so when you first put on the mask, the first time I put on a mask, I totally missed all of our lifts. And so you have to work with it for a bit until you get it right.
Wow. Well, let's see the intrigue of Mea Culpa. Welcome back to Halloween on Ice, presented by Hancock Fabrics, and I'm with the always exciting crowd favorite, two-time Olympic bronze medalist Philippe Candeloro. And Philippe, you are known and loved for your epic programs, from D'Artagnan to Braveheart. What is the process of those numbers?
Well, the process is not very difficult, but the only thing you have to know is like the story you want to make on the ice and the image you want to give to the audience. And then when you decide which character you want to do it, you're looking for some story, and then you write your storyboard like a movie. And when you have this, you can make your own music, your original music for this program. That's what I did for D'Artagnan and Braveheart. And it's easier for the composer to make the music when you write it down before the script. And then you have to find a good choreographer, and then you do it, and then you have to act with the audience. But it takes like 2 months to make the one new program for me. Like if I want to do a very good program for like Braveheart or D'Artagnan, it takes 2 months to set up.
Now, Halloween is not that big in France, so how did you know how to tell a Halloween story?
Well, you know, that's true. In France, it's not big famous Halloween, and I want to bring Halloween on Ice in France because I'm sure it could work. Since last year now, the people start to know Halloween, because last year on October 31st they went out with the mask and all stuff in Paris. So I think now it start to be big, and I want to bring that show in France. So we're talking with the people who organize the show here to bring over there, and I think it's funny, but the young kids is very scared about the mask and about the cemetery, and they're not like your style. American is like never mind, it's just for fun. But in France it takes like a nightmare, and it's still a nightmare for the young kids. So this is why maybe Halloween is very good stuff for every young kids in the world, because they don't scare about nightmare anymore.
Well, I think you're going to scare the kids with your version of Feed My Frankenstein. We're back, and I'm here with Nancy Kerrigan. Nancy, you look so comfortable and so much happier on the ice. Is that true?
I don't know. I've always liked skating, and I've always been pretty comfortable. That's, I think, where I've been most comfortable is on the ice because, well, it's probably what I do best besides being a mom. So I just love performing.
But are you more relaxed, obviously, in the performing than the competing world?
Well, yeah, it's a lot more relaxed. I like it when the audience can sit back in their chair and just watch and enjoy instead of being on the edge of their seat and hoping you make all those triple jumps. And it's a lot more fun in that I get to be a lot more creative and not worry so much about all the jumps and all the tricks.
And in being creative, you've produced Halloween on Ice. This is your 5th in a row. What kind of process is that for you? I mean, that's a whole undertaking, isn't it?
It has been. It's a lot easier this year being involved with Renaissance Entertainment because they have so much experience doing shows and being theatrical. So it's they've helped a lot. In the past, I think it was a lot more difficult coming up with ideas and trying to make them happen in big ice arenas. Being in a theater is so much better. I think we get so many more opportunities.
You definitely have expressed the love for theater skating. What does it bring to your skating?
I think what it brings is just that I have to be a lot more entertaining and different. My skating has to be a little more new, changing all the time because the size of the ice it's a lot smaller. And so it's been a challenge to fit things in and fit the tricks in to do triple jumps. But at the same time, I mean, that's sort of the beauty of it. I've been skating 25 years, so without a challenge, it gets boring. And it's fun.
And you have a lot of other challenges in your life. You're married, you have a son, and you're traveling, and you're producing, and you had a charity golf tournament this year. How do you make all of this happen? Where do you find the energy and the time?
I don't know where I find it, but Jerry, my husband, really does most of the work. I show up, and I do a lot of the work while I'm there, but while I'm home, I'm just mom, and so that's my focus. And it's still my focus while I'm here, but it's obviously I need to focus on the skating and entertaining, but my son and family come first.
You had supportive parents and now obviously a supportive husband. Do you find that makes you want to skate as long as you possibly can?
I don't know. I think I just want to keep performing as long as it stays fun and interesting. Because I'm really picky now, having Matthew. I really want to be home a lot, so I'm picky at what events I choose to do. I want them to be fun for myself as well as an audience.
Well, this is a fun show. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Nancy, wake up.
I had the weirdest nightmare. Roz?
Are you sure it's over?
Let's do it again.
To the net. With your hands on your hips.
We all got together the dead and the living. We made it a night for costumes and giving. Spooky and kooky, a real night of nights. And that is the story of Halloween on Ice.
We're glad that you could join us for a shriek.
If you skate with us, you can't be meek.
Just relax and think of us as friend or fiend.
On the scary Halloween.
See the ghosts and goblins on the ice.
All the boys and ghouls are out tonight.
A frozen spooky spectacle is Halloween on Ice.
We hope that you enjoyed Halloween on Ice, presented by Hancock Fabrics, starring Nancy Kerrigan and the entire cast of the Ice Castle Theater. See you in Myrtle Beach.
For ESPN, this is Rosalind Sumner saying good night from the Ice Castle Theater in Myrtle Beach. Happy Halloween, everyone.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com.